I'm looking for some good advice, especially someone that I would see as an outsider in this situation, whereas I'm an insider, okay? I'm gonna read this comment and I want your advice on how I can salvage the situation, how I personally can do something to make it better. I made a video called The Ethnicity That American Men Are Not Allowed to Be Proud Of, okay? And if you've seen the video, it's saying that even though I'm not completely white, I would never go around saying, I'm proud to be a white man. Meanwhile, in America, you can say, I'm proud to be a black woman. I'm proud to be a Chinese man. You can say those things, but you can't say that you're proud to be a white man. I have no interest in doing that, and I never will. I'm just saying that's something you can't do. And it was a video just simply acknowledging it from more of what I think is a neutral point of view. Because again, I have no desire to say that. I'm just saying the fact that you can't say it. It was just an acknowledging of the fact. I got a comment today, and I can't read who it's from because it looks to be something like Greek or Russian, I don't know. Here's the comment, quote, because white people are totally connected with slave owners in your country. Maybe you wouldn't pass through this taboo if your history repeats day by day with present day events. Think about it. I know that I am not the first who recognizes and thinks of the whole situation, but just accept it, end quote. Okay, fair enough. I want to respond to this personally with my actions, with my thought, and that's why I'm making this video. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay? I do accept the fact that you cannot be proud to be a white man in America. I accept that. Just like comedian Louis C.K. pointed out a couple years ago, there's no way to insult a white man. There's no racial slur that you can say to him. He won't be offended by it. The closest you can come is calling him a racist, but that's not quite the same, is it? So I'm aware of it, and I do accept it. And I was just making a video to acknowledge it. And I agree. Everyday events in America that still show that racism exists, I don't feel comfortable with it. And it's not just toward African Americans, it's towards Mexican Americans. You know, even in high school I saw it. Even now I hear it. I hear these people that'll say, well, if those Mexicans are gonna come to our country, then they better learn to speak our language. And then they'll also say, well, they're taking our jobs. But see, that's the irony, is if they're taking your jobs, why do you want them to learn to speak your language? Won't they take more of your jobs? And they're not taking our jobs. We don't pick fruit. We don't slaughter animals. We hire people who often are here illegally to do that and treat them as second-rate citizens. I don't agree with it. I don't feel good about it. My conscience isn't good talking about it. I'm admitting that it exists, okay? So I'm just trying to understand what to do with that comment. I already accept the fact that all these things happen. What do I personally do about it? Now, if you watch my videos before, you know how I already feel about certain things. Columbus Day, I'm against it. I think it's a very racist holiday. We celebrate Europeans discovering America when people had been here for thousands of years. It's almost comical if it wasn't so tragic. And at the same time, I 100% endorse Martin Luther King Day. I think it's very important to be reminded of how far we've come, even in a couple decades. I'm all about Black History Month, February. Absolutely endorse it. It's very important that we learn from our history and we celebrate diversity, okay? So for me, what else can I possibly do? What am I not doing to spread awareness of accepting others? And I feel that this channel really is about diversity and celebrating that. Maybe not everyone wants to celebrate that, but I do. That's where my heart is, okay? So I'm asking you to judge me. I'm asking you to judge me. What more can I do? What am I not doing that I should be doing as a man who is perceived as a white man? I feel that the way I perceive things and see the world is the way it should be towards African Americans, towards other races. I feel that I have a healthy understanding of that, and I feel that everyone inside is an equal person. I understand that people with certain backgrounds have different struggles culturally, and I accept that, and I don't sweep that under the rug. I acknowledge that completely. So I celebrate diversity. I'm not colorblind. I don't pretend, oh, you're black, I didn't notice. No, I noticed that you're black. And I noticed that that's part of your identity. I wouldn't deny that part of your identity. Or if you're anything else, I wouldn't deny if you're a Mexican American, I wouldn't deny that. In fact, I'd celebrate it with you because, as you all know, my grandma was Mexican. I always find ways to connect with people, yet to acknowledge the difference. So judge me as a man who is perceived white in America. What is it that I'm not doing? How am I not open-minded enough towards other ethnicities and races? I feel I've created a YouTube channel that's designed to celebrate diversity to begin with. What am I not doing? Judge me in the comments.